Good evening, everybody. Hi. Uh, I hope you're having a great night. Hold on, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, I have to tweet that I'm on. I hope everybody's having a great night. Again, if you're new here, Happy New Year's. And we're gonna be going on to episode 3 of Song of Horror. I can't talk tonight. I don't know how many episodes of Song of Horror there are, but I am greatly enjoying this game. There's a lot of mystery and good lore happening, and it's not, like, it's not holding your hand through it. You kind of have to infer what's happening, and I love that kind of story. So. Ice cold water out of the fridge. Sorry, hang on. Okay. So, yeah. We're trying our best to make sure nobody dies. If you saw my first video, which is on my YouTube channel now, Baker PI Gaming, you'll see on that very first episode, I ended up killing.
That had not been a nightmare. I was awake. For certain.
For certain.
A hallucination.
We
like those
ended up killing Etienne Bertrand.
Shortly before hanging himself from a beam in his office.
So.
A hallucination. Or something worse.
Last time we played as Erica Farber, who found her own dad dying, like hanging from his room.
And his trail seemed to have gone cold as the days passed by. Perhaps in his office, somewhere in his papers. Among the documents he was researching while delving into the box's origins. Maybe there would be some clue in there as to where he had gone or what he had done.
Oh, I was like, that's not the right word.
Follow his footsteps. I had to find Sebastian Husher, but this time, my life depended on it.
Okay. Oh, right, because he's still hearing the song.
Grace, a PhD student and Husher's mentee, and Professor Nassiri, one of his associates, gladly agreed to give us a hand with the search. They used to stay up late working in Husher's office, so that seemed like a good place to start.
We had no idea how serious the situation was. If we'd known about his family, those poor children.
I hope we can at least find out what exactly he was after and where he went.
There are some papers on his desk that haven't been touched since he left. We have a good chance of finding something there.
Lately, I feel like something odd has gotten into Professor Husher. I mean, apart from his usual oddities. He seemed anxious about something and looked like he hadn't slept properly in days.
My question is...
But it looks like it's the same for you.
Don't worry, none taken.
My question is, why the fuck are you... If you're aware that there's so much danger that's happening surrounding the mystery of this box, why bring more people in? It's like The Grudge. You do it yourself so that no one gets drawn in. At least that's how I would do it.
Look at this here. There are some notes where he mentions the music box, but I can't quite understand what he means. AA375 is underlined.
AA, that's how the documents in the Donations and Biographies Archive are designated. Maybe he was looking for something there.
Biographies. Let's start with the archive, then. Where is it?
Donations and biographies are on the basement level. I'm sure it will be closed, but we can easily find the janitor or a key. It's not a very busy area.
Yeah, don't bring other people into it, especially strangers. You only work with the people who are involved, because if those people get picked off, that's it. That's where it stops. Am I just like, I'm a terrible person that way though, because I'm like Omar Nasiri. Okay, State University of Arts and Humanities. Blah 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 blah. Who has good speed, stealth, strength, and serenity? Wow. Eager to discover caffeine pills. Masters in History, flew from the United States to Europe to complete her doctoral thesis on care. Tutor, fellow foreigner, a mentor, and friend. Oh, just them three. Who is this? I don't know who I should be this time. None of them, except for Daniel, seem like the right person. Daniel seems like the right person. Maybe Omar has developed a cross. Yeah, I think so, yeah. I don't know, should I be Omar or should it be Daniel? I'm not bringing Grace, because she doesn't need to be involved. Maybe if Daniel is the main character of the story. But Omar doesn't have a lot of strength. Oh, and Grace has even less strength. Yeah, she seems like a baddie, but no. I guess it's Daniel. Yeah, we'll just have to, if he dies, then we have to restart the whole episode, which I'm cool with. Usher's haikus.
Keep searching. I'll go take a look.
He has to do it, because you shouldn't be bringing... I was explaining earlier that like the logic of horror movies, especially in like these supernatural ones, you shouldn't be bringing outside influences into this. It's like The Grudge. You either solve it yourself or you die and it dies with you. You know what I mean? It dies, the curse will stop with you. Obviously that's not true, but at least that's the logic, is that like if you are the perceived endpoint of this curse, you stop the curse with you.
All right, where should I start?
Gold copies of the New News World newspaper. Exactly. You be the last girl or you die. And that's okay. That's quite all right. Maxwell Glover, janitor of the history department. Mr. Glover, I tried to give you back your access card, but I couldn't find you. I thought you were in the downstairs control room, but I see you're not. Anyway, I'm going away for the long weekend. I'm not going to... Yeah, exactly. Or end up in an asylum, yeah. Anyway, I'm going away for the long weekend, and I'm not going to wait for you to turn up. We don't all have as much free time as you, Shade. Go to the shelves of the subject taught by Professor Dunn. From there, stand in front of the shelves that would contain my surname. Professor Marino? Okay. Count as many shelves to the right as the size of Dunn's hat and look on the upper shelves. Don't mistake the professor's hat for mine. They're very different. In fact, I'll take my own with me just to make sure. Goodbye and enjoy the long weekend. I'm not taking... P.S. I'm not taking my hat in the... Aw. Bitch.
This note. Is this a fucking joke or what?
Notes scrawled in a rush. It isn't Husher's handwriting. Why is everything so dark? I'd rummage about if I thought I'd find something useful, but I won't see wrappers from the snack machine. It doesn't look like Husher has left anything here. You can hear the squeaking, right? Like, is it mice? Is it mice? You always have time to drink water. Okay, so modern archive. Documents from the archive. I don't need this. You don't know. You don't know that for sure. Fax machine is the most useless devices I've ever worked with. Printed out anything recently. Okay. Yeah, no, I can hear it. It's like moving around. Top hat made of black felt. 8B? Okay. Oh, it's the rotating fucking thing. A short rim hat. Size 6. I don't know, some people are just stupid. 100% felt size 6. Why your heart beating? Sorry. Joseph Michael Marino. my accent like popped out there. I'm not to talk, but this guy might be quite a heavy drinker. Student records, best not to rummage there too much. Man must have been pretty eccentric, just like Husher. I wonder if it's an entry requirement for this department. A bust. Butterfly collection. Gross. Butterflies are carrion. They're bloodsuckers and carrion beasts. Okay. I was not paying attention. If it had like the listening mechanic, I would have been dead. Zachary Dunn. Hey. Psychopaths. Collecting butterflies. Doctorates and masters in history and art history. Oh, kind of like my sister. Except she just has a bachelor's degree. No one walking around campus. Nope. It looks like the professor jotted down some broad outlines for his future research. various languages with the 12:30 exam. Okay. Okay, I have to make sure. No shade involved. I'm just saying. The professor's desk seems big enough to work as a hiding place. Okay. Stop slamming the door. No, shut up. 6. Go to the shelves of the subject taught by Professor Dunn. It's daytime outside, but I'm just shady. Go to the shelves of the what is Dunn even? Oh, history and art history. Nope, I hate this. Cleaning products. Shelf A. What the f... Okay, I guess I have to see where modern or art history is before I can... It's not plugged in. Yeah, audiovisual material studied everywhere, but Husher has something to do with this. No. We're quite good. Shelf B. Shelf C. Shelf D. E. F. Ashtray full of cigarettes. Husher might have been here, but I don't see anything helpful written on these pieces of paper. Okay, so we have to make sure that we are stealthy and making sure that we don't get caught by the presents, because I will cry. Haha, history, the Mad Hatter. Okay, so, yeah, 6. The music, I hate it. Whole heap of junk food. Okay, so... arts, history, and geography. History and art history, so... Shh. Shh. Shh, shh, shh. We're good. 9. Exactly. Go to the shelves of the subject taught by Professor Dunn. Okay, stand in front of the shelves that will contain my surname. So history is section is W to Z. Go to the shelf, surname. Count as many shelves to the right as the size of Dunn's hat and look. Okay. Shh. Sound design. Stop it. I'm Canadian. We're not going to go through this again. You know. Shelf Y. Yeah, Z. Various investigations are not connected to what I'm here to look for. Oh god. Someone has left a notebook. Oh my god. My phone's... Everything's going up, popping off. I can't get up there. It's true. Shelf X, W. So, wait. I'm dumb, so I have to go back up and see who has merino. See which shelf is merino. Okay, history. M-E-R, so X. The music is just, I hate it. This is so horror movie. Imagine if I had brought Omar here. His light source is a lighter. Burn all these fucking books. Contain my surname. Count as many shelves to the right as the size of Dunn's hat and look on the upper shelves. So this is section Y. So okay, so this is, oh god, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 upper shelves. Bob the Drag Queen would approve. Exactly. What? Okay, so Professor Dunn. Caricature. Haha, history. So 8. But it can't be. If it's 8, then there's too many. Wait a minute. Where is it pointing for thing? Yeah. Shelf X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Girl, I don't know. Everybody wants to be cryptic. Okay, I'm gonna check. Merino and Dunn. Right? Okay.
Holy hell, I thought I'd never live to tell the story.
That actually really scared me. Zachary Dunn. Is it going up on my other headphone? No. I thought I messed it up. Doctorates and masters in history and art history. Literature and historical treatises on several languages. Ow, my fucking leg. Hang on, sorry, my leg is like super itchy. Yeah. Oof, man. This week is going to be insane. Okay. So, Zachary Dunn definitely teaches history then. History and art history. Nope. History. Stand in front of the shelves that would contain my surname. Count as many shelves to the right as the size of Dunn's hat and look on the upper shelves. So Dunn's hat would be the top hat, so 8. Right? Mad Hatter. 8B. This fucking music. I hate it. Turn on the lights. So... Computer science, info and general works, philosophy and psychology, religion, social studies, languages, basic science, technology, arts, crafts, and recreation, literature, history and geography. History. So MER would be shelf X, and then 8. Oh! 8, so it would probably be in section A. A would be here. No, that's B. Sorry. I follow directions. Alright, so upper shelves. Oh, are you serious? Shh. No, 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 no. The thumping. No, thank you. Languages. Info and general works. History. MER. Oh, wait. Okay, so wait. If XYZ So there's no way to really know because it's all in this case. Bitch, did you trip? Jesus. Y Z, I guess. X Y Z. That's not true then. So this must be X. Y. Wait a minute. How many? There's 3. So 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm... Let's see. Oh, okay, come on. Okay, so Dunn teaches history. Literature. Maybe it's literature. So if it's I, then so 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. In section Q. Let's see if that works. Aw, come on. Okay. Size of Dunn's hat and look on the upper shelves. Professor Dunn. What the f- Nope. 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 We're just gonna pretend we don't see it. Nope. We're good. Screw you. Shut up. Shut up. We're just gonna pretend we don't see the crying man. We're just gonna pretend we don't hear the crying. Nope. Nope. No, no. What a nice quiet night, guys. What a nice quiet night. You didn't see it? It's in the main area. Ah, shit. I worked from about 8:50 in the morning till about just before 6. So, and apparently I have to self-monitor for symptoms because my coworker's daughter just tested positive for COVID. So I'm feeling fine. I'm just saying. And I was around her today. Yeah, so we're being really careful, and thankfully it's like, you know, not a direct contact or whatever, but like, yeah, me too. I'm very tired of COVID. Where the fuck are these keys? I can still hear that guy, the ghost crying. Eight B. Upper. Yeah, so I have to self-monitor, but we're already like way down on staff at work, so and she went home right away, saying we didn't spend a lot of time together, and we spent like far apart with masks on. So I'm feeling pretty optimistic. Oh, thank God. Fuck, that scared me. The numbers on one side, but I think they'll end up helping me with anything. Okay, well, I guess we have to go towards that crying dude right now, which I'm so happy about. No. We're just gonna pretend we don't see him. You're not there. Bye. Ah, son of a... Okay. No. Oh, God! Oh, I have a card. Check again, because the presence is an asshole. Okay. don't know if this basin even has any water in it. How do you not know? Slides. A set of slides that are designed to be projected onto a white screen. I presume I'm in the cleaning store.
This is really odd. Damn it!
Okay. Should be okay. Okay, so if I have the slides, I can go onto the projector, but I need to turn on the projector to see the slides. Okay. Okay. Proceedings of the 21st International Congress of Byzantine Studies. Nice. Old videotapes are not labeled. Okay. Ah! Shut up.
I just saw something weird as fuck. I was out having a smoke because Miss Claire doesn't like me smoking near.
Plus, it's related to the Archives Administration.
Do it all the time. When I came back, the slide machine had switched on by itself. Professor Husher once mentioned that the same thing had happened to him, so I thought it was just acting up again. I went to turn it off, and I saw there was a picture of the old archive door projected on the screen. Then the door started to open.
Fuck that.
Look away. And when it opened a bit more, I could have sworn I saw the control room from downstairs. And not just that, there was someone in there holding the release lever. It was me. I was in there. I pulled the cable, took the slides, and got the hell out of there. That's all you want, but now, oh, I'm scared to go back downstairs.
Oh!
Shit! I'm screwed!
Okay. Fun. Love it.
Do me a favor and stay shut.
Okay. Bye. Okay, bye. Bye-bye now. Okay, let's see. Stop it. One AM. Okay. So if I think if I go to a separate room that's safe, the presence will leave that room. I need to plug the projector in. I thought it was a power thing, but then if it was a power thing, there would be no lights at all. So I'm stupid. I think there's clues in the slides. into this. Uses the storeroom, the classic. Locker is open and it looks empty. I wonder if I could hide in there. Oh, that's ominous. Love that. Okay. Bitch. Listen, if you can't deprecate yourself, who can you deprecate? Where this is where the guard should be. It's as if he just all of a sudden left his post. Okay, I was like, I'm like, the presents can't get me from here, right? A handful of lines that don't seem to make much sense. The door from the slides, I could see myself behind it, and now it's real and I can open it. The image from the slides is a door. I can get the chain off, but I'm going to need the key. I need to open it in order to get out. It's also dark, but if I can get out, maybe there is light out there. Can I get an amen up in her? No, no, stop it. Exactly. Ha! Oh, I have...
Shit. I'm gonna need something to hold that lever with.
Okay. Okay, so that's the lever I need to worry about. Okay. Power adapter, double-ended cable 1.2. Nice. Okay, that's what I needed. Let's... Books to be shelved, nothing that will help me. What's up with this door? It doesn't seem to close. No. No, that could be death. That's likely a death. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not dumb enough. Even I'm not stupid enough for that. Okay. I have to get like sound dampening foam for my apartment because like I make a lot of noise and it echoes. It reverberates. I realized. And I don't want people hearing me. Okay. Didn't ask me to listen to the thing. So let's do this. Oh God. Power cord. That's really bright.
I'm ready for whatever it is I have to be ready for.
Oh, fuck. The fuck is that? Oh, it's the box. The hell is that? No. Okay. What the? You don't want people to hear you. Yeah? Oh god, okay. That's not it. So that's the first one. Oh, God.
What the fuck am I looking at?
It has to do with opening the door. So... No, that's not it. What? Okay, so it definitely changed when it was in the right order. So this has to be first. That's second. That's last. No, that's second. This is third. This is second last. That's last. So let's check again. Okay. Okay, so... That's not right then. That was right. This is right. How does it change? Okay. That's gone. They're all gone. And that's wrong. Oh, what? Okay, so yeah. Okay. So... This is... Right. This is second last. That's... Okay. Okay, so those are wrong. Okay. What? Okay. Okay, so the rats are there when I look. That's pointing to the door, and something's in the doorway. Wait. So is it wrong if it's changed? Oh! Okay. Okay, so the mice are still wrong. And it's still pointing to the door. Okay, so... Where's the box? Where's the box? Okay. That's first. That's last. So... This is right. Ah! Okay. The key is there. See, none of these... Wait a minute. Knackle's notes. Chain off, but I'm going to need the key. Oh! The door? Chain, key... No, that's not it.
I just saw something weird as fuck. I was out having a smoke, because Miss Claire doesn't like me smoking near books, even though the students do it all the time. When I came back, the silence...
They should just give me a fucking transcript of what it's being said after the first time, and I can have I can choose to play it if I need to. Door. Yeah, because they're all lit, but if they're wrong... It's lit! Okay. Okay, if that changes... Okay. Oh. Okay, so 4, 5... What the hell? Okay. All right. Something's going on here. Okay, so lit up, not lit up, lit up, lit up, lit up, not lit up, not lit up, not lit up. Oh. Okay. So. Okay, so let's check this again. Lit up, lit up, lit up, lit up, lit up, not lit up, not lit up, not lit up, not lit up. No? What? Okay, so lit up, dark, lit up, lit up, dark, lit up, lit up, lit up, lit up. Okay, lit up, dark, lit up, dark, lit up. So 2 and 5 need to change. Yeah, lit up, lit up, lit up, dark. Dark, lit up, lit up. Wait. Hang on, hang on. I don't have anything else to combine with it, but there's something here. I can get the chain off, but I'm gonna need the key. Oh no. The image from the slides is a door. I can get the chain off, but I'm going to need the key. I need to open it in order to get out. It's also dark, but if I can get out, maybe there is light out there. Okay, so I have the key on there. Oh, I swear to God. I think the door was open before. I guess I have to figure out a way to make the door opened in the slide and then go through. How did it... That fucking photo is different now. Okay, thank God. I was like, no, let's not do this. Okay, how do I make this work? I need to listen to the recording again, I think.
I just saw something weird as fuck. I was out having a smoke, because Miss Claire doesn't like me smoking near the books, even though the students do it all the time. When I came back, the slide machine had switched on by itself. Professor Husher once mentioned that the same thing had happened to him, so I thought it was just acting up again. I went to turn it off, and I saw there was a picture of the old archive door projected on the screen. Then the door started to open. I couldn't look away. And when it opened a bit more, I could have sworn I saw the control room from downstairs.
It's not that.
And not just that. There was someone in there holding the release lever. It was me. I was in there. I pulled the cable, took the slides, and got the hell out of there.
Okay, so it's real, and I can open it. Image from the slides is a door. I can get the chain off, but I'm going to need the key. I need to open it in order to get out. Okay, so now the chain is off. Okay, so that's, I'm assuming that's wrong. Okay, so they're all wrong. Okay, lit up. That's correct. 4 is wrong. 3 is wrong. 3 is correct. So not lit. Not lit. Not lit up. Not lit up. Not lit up. Okay, so still wrong. That's last. This. Oh. Oh. Okay, so wait. Not lit up. Lit up. Lit up. Lit up. Not lit up. Okay. Lit up. Lit up. Lit up. Lit up. Okay. That's weird. Okay. Lit up. Lit up. Lit up. Lit up. Okay. So, oh, okay. Hang on. Not lit up. 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 Okay, so then... Okay, lit up. Lit up. Lit up. Not lit up. Oh, wait a minute. So these last two switch. Nope. No. No. Okay, lit up. Lit up. Lit up. Not lit up. Not lit up. Okay, lit, 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 lit. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, alright, alright. Wait a minute. No, that's okay. That's okay too. That's alright. Ah. Right, so, lit up. Lit up. Lit up. Lit up. Lit up. Okay. So, this needs to go to the back. Okay. No. Okay, I thought I had it. So, this goes to the back. Lit up. Not lit up. Okay. Lit up, lit up, lit up, lit up. I'm probably gonna say at this point, like, fuck it, and ask somebody to look it up, because, like, this is... You know, fuck it. We're gonna look it up. Because I'm tired now. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Oh, hang on. Ah, okay. 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 Ah!
Got it. Is that a door? Shit. I have a bad feeling about this.
We're gonna... Uh-oh. Oh. So this is awkward, but I have to restart because I messed something up, and I will explain in a second. So we'll do it again because it's not. Thankfully, it's the first part, but no, I'm sorry. Twisted Trip. Hey, hey, Codex. Sorry. How's it going? I'm so sorry. I was having an issue with the puzzle, but then I realized because I fucking looked for the solution, and it told me that if I don't have a certain item, I'll just die, which will cause me. It'll cause me to die.
That had not been a nightmare. I was awake.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna skip all this.
We had no idea how serious the situation was. This is his desk.
Okay. All right, let's go. Yeah. So, me being a little bitch today, kind of delayed me by like an hour and a half. Sorry, I'm so sorry. That was disgusting. I need water though. I can feel my throat drying out. So we're gonna keep with Daniel.
Keep searching. I'll go take a look.
We're keeping with Daniel because whatever. Anyways, Codex? Happy New Year's. How are you? I don't know if I said Happy New Year's. Were you here on my last stream? I'm sure you. I think you were, but you know, whatever. Happy New Year's. I've been really into this game. Sorry. I'm old, so sometimes I just forget. You know what I mean? Oh, God. That's super loud. October 3rd. Twisted Trail. Okay. Loud.
All right. Where should I start?
Okay.
This note. Is this a fucking joke or what?
Watch, I like completely got too overconfident because I played it through and like fucking die. Like 2 seconds in. Have to restart the whole thing again. Okay, the top hat is 8.
Good.
Short brim hat. Size 8. Again, don't get overconfident. I wish I was playing this on the computer so that you guys could like I had a better computer and I could play on this on computer and you guys could have like the, you know, like jump scares and stuff, because that would make this all the more, you know, hilarious. But I'm only playing on my PS4. Art history. State University. Art history. I would absolutely freak out every time. But it'd be so funny. Okay, so this is... Oh! Marino is history. Cool. I almost got super overconfident again. History and art history. Okay. No one on campus. Broad outlines for future research. Literature and historical treaties in 7 languages. 12:30 exam. Okay, 12:30 exam. Oh, the clue was there. I have to make sure I know this hiding place is there. 12:30, 12:30, 12:30. $12:30. 12:30. Oh shit. Did anybody pay attention to what date it was for the 12:30? It's either French or literature. But the date is what's important. th 16th, January 16th, 12:30. January 16th, 12:30. 16th, 12:30. Just going in between the two rooms because I have the memory of a goldfish. December 15th, 12:30. French. Okay. I just want to double check. So it's French or literature, but the French literature is on the 15th. Which one? I'm sorry, guys. I have the attention span of a goldfish nowadays. Okay, so 16th. So French. Oh my god, I got that so wrong last time. Okay, French. Stop it. Okay, so check the French. Where is French? Marino. French. Stand in front of the shelves that would contain my surname. Count as many shelves to the right as the sound is 8 and look at the upper shelves. French. So languages. I was right. Shelf I, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No.
What? So wait. Go to the shelves with the subject taught by Professor Dunn. From there, stand in front of the shelves that would contain my surname. Okay, section 4. I. Let's go this way. Wait. Maybe it's just one more to the other. Shelf Q. Yeah. So I was saying that, like, my coworkers, or my supervisor's daughter tested positive for COVID, so I have to self-monitor tomorrow and like tonight and tomorrow and the next few days, and then if I start feeling weird, I should probably not go to work. But okay, this is really dumb. See? Okay. History. Oh, that was a red herring. It was a red herring clue. You would think that I'm, you know, with my deductive mind, I would know better, but no. But, you know, we all screw each over sometimes. Ourselves over, anyway. Ah!
Door. It's going to open.
Jesus! Oh, oh my God! Ooh, my arms! Ooh!
God, that bloody door. Huh?
How am I supposed to get out if there's if the presence is there? Okay. We're safe. Okay. Okay. So, old videotapes, they're not labeled. Okay, play this game.
I just saw something weird as fuck. I was out having a smoke because Miss Claire doesn't like me smoking near the books, even though the students.
It's difficult to tell if this black stuff is just grime or what.
The slide machine had switched on by itself. Professor Husher once mentioned the same thing had happened to him, so I thought it was just acting up again. I went to turn it off, and I saw there was a picture of the old archive door projected on the screen. Then the door started to open. I couldn't look away, and when it opened a bit more, I could have sworn I saw the control room from downstairs.
See, I like the fact that like you can
And not
see.
just that, there was someone in there holding the release lever. It was
You can
me.
see.
I was in there.
No.
I pulled the cable, took the slides, and got the hell out of there. That's all you want, but now, I'm scared to go back downstairs.
Today, my obviously I was working, and one of the kids that I work with, she had been talking about like, oh, I want like my brother and my dad want to start playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I was like, oh yeah, I play Dungeons and Dragons, and she's like 8 or 9, so she's trying to, you know, she's getting to the age where she's like too cool for school and stuff. So, but I had brought my dice to work a few days ago, and she was like really, really interested in them. And so I was like, I took it upon myself just to go to bring them and bring my books today, like my player's handbook and my Tasha's guide to everything, so that like if she showed up, like, because obviously some of the kids don't show up, or they're, you know, like they're busy, or they don't come to daycare, they could play, they could, you know, make their own characters, and if they took it seriously enough, I would tell them a story and they would play. And particularly this girl, she really wants to. If she really wants to, I would give her some of my dice, because I have like way too many dice. And today, so I had my books and everything, but she wasn't there. And she was like, or one of the other kids, he was like really into like reading about the characters and reading about the classes and stuff, and he was like, yeah, and she was like, he was like, near the end of the day, he was like, Chris, you're yeah.
Got it.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I need those. Drawers seem to be closed. Anything else? No. And he was like, after a whole day, because I was like talking to him about like making characters and like doing all that stuff, and I said, like, if you guys are interested, I will we'll have a few more people, and then when everybody starts coming back to daycare, because I work with school age kids, so they're like from like 5 to 10 years old. Yeah. I know. And it's like, I kind of like fucked myself over, apparently, because if I don't have the shears at a certain part, I'll just die. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if I'm playing Daniel, I have to start over anyway.
Hurry, get away from this mess.
Okay. Okay. See, like, this is the easiest minigame out of all of them. Like, the pounding on the door is a little difficult, and also, like, the breathing part, where, like, you have to keep... Where the breathing, you have to keep the entity away from you. Those are a little bit harder. This one I find to be the easiest one.
Is that for real?
And, oh, fuck, I should have... I got too confident I didn't press the listening button. Again. Okay. So... Yeah, the breathing minigame is, like, difficult as fuck. Okay. Plug it in.
I'm ready for whatever it is I have to be ready for.
Hold on, sorry. Hold on. Okay, so... Okay. So... Okay, so... No. No. Okay, chain door. There you go. Box key. Wall switch. And then the dead body. Gross. 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 Gross.
Is that a door? Shit. I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I don't know why it flagged girl. Oh, I don't like it. No me gusta.
Alright. Let's do this. Again.
Ah, no. Yeah, I don't know why it flagged.
Whoa. What the fuck have I gotten into this time?
Yeah, it flagged the word girl.
Good.
Oh. No. I don't like it. Ah! Disgust. Oh, God.
I'm sorry, but...
Ew. 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 Disgusting. Ah. Gross. A wedding ring. Ah. Disgusting. Hope this is worth it. I don't like it. Ah. Okay, so I'm gonna piss my pants. Just so you guys know. god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Do 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 do. That music is super ominous. I hate it. Okay, so now I guess I can open that and it stays closed. Oh. Oh.
I'm gonna need something to hold that lever with.
Gross. Use the hand, buddy. Come on. Okay, listen. Okay. Oh.
All of that just to get in here. Hopefully it's worth it.
Okay. I know, I was like, I don't like none of that. The buzzing is not helping this situation. Anything useful here? Nothing useful. 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 Ah. These POVs are just killing me right now. See it? Nothing useful. No. Nothing useful. There we go. House of Legrand. European families great and small. The House of Legrand, which later merged with the House of Amsberg, and its ups and downs over the years, the rise and fall of an industrial empire, and the squandering of a legacy by Argus Legrand, last heir to the huge family fortune, who spent his life obsessed with investigating the paranormal, make this one of the most thrilling volumes of this collection. What the... No. The light turned off. We're out. No. Ew, 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 ew. You're sinking. Get out as quickly as you can to escape. It's repeated twice. Try to teach to prevent this at the right time. If you don't manage it, you'll have to free yourself first. Ew. Ew. I hate that.
Shit.
Gross. Hang on, sorry. Uh,
Let's see.
it's a book about
It's a book
Argos
about
the
Argos
Grant.
the Grant. A biography, or a collection of articles about him, I think. He apparently spent part of his life traveling the world in search of odd, rare events. Rich people stuff. I don't know. The biography suddenly ends right after his last journey. It says here, he returned without his equipment, without the huge amount of money he wasted on the project, and with a simple memento of the music he brought home to his little girls,
Elaine.
8-year-old Elaine and newborn Ariadne, and with and here's a note from Hasha that says, "See the archives, events, newspaper." Is there a newspaper archive over here?
Weird. Okay. Okay. Daniel again. Because I think I have the shears. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Did it freeze? I swear to God, if it froze. Okay. If it froze. History Department Newspaper Archive. Gross.
I have to find out what newspaper Husher was looking for.
Hang on. Hey dude, I hate you so much, man. Thanks for coming. This is Song of Horror. I have to like enunciate the horror part because I always say it sounds like I talk a little fast, so it sounds like I'm saying Song of Horror. Horror. Okay, let's go. The conference on the history of science held recently in Beijing. Fire alarm, best not to touch it. Ah! God, okay. Sorry, that was my friend, Squid1991. Give him a shout out and give him a follow. And he was like, you liked one of your activities. The pop-up scared me. What?
Looks like that sensor spotted me.
Construction. Nothing. I have to keep looking. I have to find anything that Husher might have left behind. There's so many doors, bitch. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's... If I have coffee now, it might just give me a heart attack. Bruh, same. My heart is way too weak for this. There are some strange notations here. Oh, God! My fucking heart. What? There was a door on there. Looks like the telephone cord has been pulled out. I could hide under this table. Okay, good. There's a hiding spot. Open pack of his cigarettes. Could it be Hushers, or am I getting too obsessed? No, I can't be. He would never work on a computer. Dude, how do you know? How do you know? If that's what's available, that's what's available. Window is closed. I couldn't open it even if I wanted to. Why would you want to? Can't use this computer. It's broken. What kind of university is this that they have like a bunch of broken shit? No, that's not it. Yeah. Oh, what the hell? What does it say? Books about art, unless I want to steal one and give it to someone as a present, that I don't need anything here. The water closet. Oh! Damn it!
What is that?
Okay. Sounds fine. Stop it. Ew. Okay. It's just... Gross, there was a dead rat in the toilet. Disgusting. I'm like... No, there was just a dead rat and a bunch of grime and like nastiness in the toilet. Oh,
Help me. Oh,
No.
please.
Is anyone there?
if I die,
Hey, are you okay?
No, 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 no. I can't get out. My flashlight is out of batteries. I need batteries.
okay.
Trust me, I get it. I'll do whatever I can to help you.
Yeah, I'm like that the Irish meme lady. Disgusting. Disgusting. That sounds like not real, and I am not stupid. That seems like it's locked. There's a chain lock on it. Okay. Try again. Okay, so... I thought the door disappeared too. Okay, I didn't want to bring attention to it because I'm terrified. Ah! It's like this game knows when I'm talking and it's gonna freak me out. Okay, so no go on that one. Shut up. I'm trying not to scream because I do live underneath someone. Oh, what's this? Northern Advertiser 1998 to 1999. I do have the shears. Nice. Okay. 1980 and 99. 89, 60 to 69. Ha, nice. 69. 60 to 69. 70 to 79. 80 to 89. Stop it. Hmm. 30 to 39. 40 to 49. 50 to 59. 50 to 59. 40 to 40. 20 to 29. What? It said 90, 0 to 09, 0 to 09. 10 to 19. 10 to 19. 1890 to 99. Okay, so nothing else? Oh, no. There's a cable sticking out. Well. I hate you so much, man. How was your day? Happy New Year's, by the way. I hope your day's been good? Workers have gone out just for the... I can hear something and I don't like it. I thought I brought the secretary flowers today and she wasn't there. Nobody was. Where did everyone go? The whole crew was supposed to be here today to paint. If this is a joke, I don't think it's funny. I'm not painting by myself. I'm gonna sit here and bum around until a joke is over. If you're not here by then, I'm out of here. You can tell the boss if you want. Tell him why you think it's funny for all of you to disappear just because I was a half hour late. Oh, sorry. Sorry. My adrenaline-addled brain is like making me forget what I said like 20 minutes prior. Tools from some half-finished work and no sign of anyone. A can of paint. A paint can full of red paint. Okay. Paint's pretty dry. What? What? Oh. There hasn't been anybody in here. Why would they paint it red? No, I can hear rumbling and I hate it. Did everyone just get up and go in the middle of a meeting? I hope that's what happened. Oh, no. Okay. I was like, oh god. What the hell is that? Can we turn that off? I want to turn it off. Okay. Really creepy. Oh! Aw, shit. hate this minigame. Oh, thank God. No, a CPI days ago.
At least it didn't hear me.
What is the CPI? Okay, we're okay. Oh. Like a lounge? Oh, a couple days ago. Nice. Oh. Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
There's something on that table.
Is it a knife? I was like, bitch, it better be a knife. Tip is long and thin. I'm like, it better be a knife. I swear to God, there's enough space for me to hide if I need to. Oh, the coat rack scared me. Sorry. Can't see any way to open these lockers. Listen. Oh, yeah, sorry. A couple days ago. Again. Sorry. Ugh. Gross. Oh, emergency exit. A sponge roller used to paint walls and ceilings. It doesn't look like it's been used. Fuck you, Marino. There were a few times during my degree when I thought about doing something similar.
No way.
Oh. Can't leave. Yeah. Mine was good. I got to spend some time with my parents who are like getting up there in years, so like we try to kind of like get as much time with them as possible. Nope. Something's there. That's a whole bag of dope. Office. Okay. Lock. Okay. All right. Lock on the door. Okay. Oh, maybe I need the shears for this. Stop it.
No way. No.
Can I just break it? Oh, I need paint thinner. Okay, so what else? Microfiches, batteries. Where else am I going? I guess I'm trying to go into the room down there. Stop it. Oh my God. Ugh, my fucking upstairs neighbor moved something and it freaked me out. Okay. Okay, let's see if the presence has moved on. Yeah. Of course it's locked. Oh! That scared the shit out of me. Holy shit. Oh my god.
They wanted to take me. Where?
Bitch, who cares? That hurt my hand. Oh. Oh my god. My heart. Oh my god. That was a lot. I'm gonna like lose my voice because I'm screaming, but like, and it's gonna sound like I'm like sick.
Got it.
Radio used by the janitor. The battery's stuck. Combined with the pencil.
Right.
Got the batteries. Right? Right? Like if I was Grace, like the other character, and she was like, yeah, Husher's disappeared and like mysterious things are happening, I'd be like, no. I'll just leave. I'll just leave. It's cool. Okay, so batteries go to the guy in the in the shitter. Okay, so it didn't say to listen. Okay. Go to the WC. Is in the washroom. Yeah, like if I was Grace, I'd be like, oh, you can count me on the, you can count me out on this one. Bye. Can I?
No.
I have bolt cutters. I'm not even gonna question it. Hey, Poops McGee. Okay, so that's... I found my perfect partner and she already has one. What? Non sequitur. What does that mean?
Hey, I found your batteries.
Oh, thanks. It's so dark in here. So dark.
Maxwell's keychain. A keychain with... Oh, like a dance partner. Like a dance partner? Like for your dancing.
Sir? Hello? Can't be.
What? Sorry. 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 Well, let him know. Okay, so this second door I could probably unlock. Okay, that's safe. Click. Oh. Oh yeah, hey. I mean yeah, I mean, obviously, like, can you, like, I don't know how that works. Can you, actually, I think it was for reading microfiche. I don't have any microfiche. Back to the game. Okay. Okay, so I need to go to the microfiche room. Don't open that without checking. Sorry, I hate you so much, man. This game has trained me to just keep checking doors every time because, like, if you don't, you'll die. Like, you'll just die. And I'm a nosy busybody. Rolls of film just dropped in a hush. In a rush. Husher. More microfiches. No? No. We're just going to ignore that. Listen. Yeah? So? Oh, I can't go into the micro... because every time you've forgotten you died. Yeah. And? So I need to go into the archives, but I need to be able to see where I am going. So I need to see what's going on in the office. Okay, that's safe. Let's see if it's safe after I use the key. Okay, so anything? Nothing connected to Husher. He can't have used this office. This one room has, like, no sound. It's the one safe room. She's doing all these awesome Afrocentric dance routines with a sheet of college ruled paper. This is gonna be my 13th reason. Shut up.
Good.
The paintings are totally Husher style. He must have been in this office, I hope. What?
Brilliant.
Some hasty notes written by Husher on a tattered piece of paper. Legrand Amsberg, wealthy but fallen on hard times during the 20th century. What happened? Death of Argus Legrand. Check records and investigate the family, past and present. Heirs, distant relatives. I had to find out about his life, but also his death. 17th March. Okay. No, it's absolutely fine. I'm just like
What are those noises?
Stop it. Nope.
This is really odd. Damn, have I gone mad?
Okay, let that pass. It's okay to be annoyed. It is an annoying situation, and I mean, like, if I were in your situation, I'd be very annoyed too. I wouldn't want to. I'd want to have like a Filipino partner if I did that. If I did that kind of thing. Nope. 20th century. Wait, hasty note. Death of Argos Grant. 17th of March. Okay, I need to go to the microfiche. Right? Okay, so am I missing something? Okay, I probably need to go to the microfiche room. I hate that. Okay. What was it? 20th century. The turn? Fallen on hard times during the 20th century. Northern Advisor. Which room was the one that he was working in? I think it was the far room. You all? You can't go wrong. We'd need a microfiche to use the machine. Okay, so hopefully the presence has moved on from that other room. Yeah, jeez. That sounded a lot less shady in your head. Jeez, yeah. Dude. I'm just kidding. I'm really kidding.
Screw this. Damn it. There's no place to hide in here.
That scared the shit out of me.
That's a good hiding place.
Keep calm, dude. Keep calm. Serenity and peace and tranquility. Serenity, peace, and tranquility. Serenity, peace, and tranquility.
real? Huh?
Yeah, no, that's... I can't go in there. What was what? What? Can't a person try to be as like calm and serene as possible? Heart of stone. Oh, maybe not paint thinner, but just water. Back to the water closet. Okay. Nice. That's... I guess you can use that, but like it's better to use paint thinner. Paint thinner is more effective than just water. Just putting it out there. Combine.
Just wait and see. It's going to turn out great.
You couldn't do a neater job of it?
Well, that's destroyed. Takes me back to secondary school.
You mean high school? They're great dancers. Just FYI, they're great dancers. Ah, haha, I don't like it. There has to be something useful here somewhere. What's this? A key, a small key made out of hard plastic. Small light key, I don't think it's for a door. Locked. That won't work. Okay. Department, Newspaper Archives Secretary's Office, date 17th August. Name, Jill. Room A, Professor Wesk. Room B, Professor Husher. Room C, empty. Incidents, comments. Becca, read this as soon as you see it. Professor Husher is acting weird. He wanders around the archive all day, lost in thought. It's odd, even for him. He barely even answers me. Me too. It's... Me too, Jeannie. Me too. It's odd, even for him. He barely even answers me. Sometimes he carries a music box. He winds up every now and then. Mr. Spencer has taken him to task several times, and when he does that, it looks as if Husher has just woken up. Then he goes back to his office and spends hours holed up in there. Chris says he's the same at night, if not worse. We think he slept in his office because no one has seen... Ah, oops. Him leave, and William says he heard strange noises that sounded like screams. But when he went to check, no one was there. Today he asked me about the Northern Advertiser Archives, a small newspaper from a godforsaken little town from 1913. What the hell would he be looking for there? If you notice, Northern Advertiser is 1913. If you notice, seen Max for days, and something tells me that that before the holidays are over, something is going to happen. I have a bad feeling about this. Well, doesn't say anything relevant. Okay, so Northern Advertiser 1913. So go to the microfiche room. It's the one safe room. Oh god, okay. Okay, so Northern Advertiser. Okay, so deeper in. Northern Advertiser. Is this a Northern Advertiser? News World. So a Northern Advertiser would probably be here. News World, 1890. 1913. Okay. Taking the microfiche with me. It's something so small. So when I was younger, when I was doing like cold case files and cold case research and oh no, nobody. I don't think so. When I was doing cold case files, a lot of the stuff that we had to do was on microfiche, and when I was younger, it wasn't digitized yet. So sometimes I'd be like at like our biggest library in the city, working with the microfiche, and it was like absolutely tedious because you had to go through like sometimes fucking months of like advertisements, advertisements, flyers, niche small print flyers for some of the things that you had to do. And it was interesting, but also like, come on. March 17th. Third, 1913. Oh! God! I hate that.
The machine is broken.
Okay, calm down. That scared the shit out of me. I'm sorry, guys. As I'm talking about microfiche and like, everything was cool. You know, it was very interesting. Don't do this again. I swear to God. Of March 1913. Okay, thank God. You couldn't see it, but I actually covered my eyes. Rotate. playing a horror game and jumping at every jump scare. Where's that Pikachu meme? How dare you? Business and finance, crime reports. Opinion. Meteorology. Classified. National news. Sports. Got Northern Advertiser, 1913. Reno, Maxwell notes. Notes from a painter, hasty note. March 17th. What happened? Death of Argus LeGrand. So, yeah, it's supposed to be the obituaries. Crime reports, 1913. March 17th. Right? It was March 17th. National news, sports, politics, business and finance. Oh, maybe this? Oh, it's like a typewriter. I don't know, actually. Politics, crime reports maybe. That's it. That's okay. LeGrand Amsberg family dies. Argus LeGrand, the LeGrand family heir and owner of the business conglomerate LG8 Inc., has died in mysterious circumstances, along with his wife and his elder daughter, who was 8 years old. The events took place late last night in the family's holiday home, where they were spending some time in spring after the well-known magnate had been on a trip. Although the authorities have said very little in their public statements and the lines of investigations are open, the strongest theory so far is that the family has been the victim of a violent robbery, with the only survivor being the younger daughter, Ariadne, who is safe and sound under the care of police officers. What? Okay. Oh, well, at least I didn't have to do anything with that cutscene.
There's something here. A note from a certain Sylvia that says, Professor Husher, remember to pick up your typewriter and the rest of your belongings from the library desk. This is the university library. If you need your own space, you can use your office. If Husher left documents in there, it may be worth taking a peek too.
Oh, there's another section to this?
Oh God, did you read that? Argos Legrand, heir to the Legrand family and owner of the LGA Incorporated business conglomerate, has died under mysterious circumstances along with his wife and 8-year-old daughter. It occurred last night at the family's holiday.
Oh yeah, and if I hadn't had this year's, I would have been dead.
After the famous magnate's most recent trip, while police remain open-minded in their official statements and maintain that all lines of inquiry remain open, popular theories suggest that the family fell victim to a violent robbery, leaving the younger daughter, Ariadne, the sole survivor. She is currently safe in police custody. Oh my god, they're all dead. This is a dead end. Husher
Oh my
left
god.
some documents at the library. Maybe there's something there. It's all that's left to check.
Okay. Good looking out, guys. Thanks for telling me I had to have the shears. And thanks, Chris, for your own cowardice for not getting the shears the first time. I mean, they have the same serenity, so let's go with Omar right now.
Let me go. I know the place. You keep searching this area.
The lip syncing on this game leaves much to be desired. But you can't expect perfection all the time. So if I didn't have the shears, if it was anyone else, they would have just died and never came back. That's crazy. See? We were talking about that. I was talking about that earlier. When you are dealing with like some sort of supernatural element, the curse dies with you. That's it. You don't bring anyone else into it. You do your best to make sure it dies with you.
All right. Everything looks calm.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Is there a faster way? So much, man. Why? What do you mean? Like, if you, it's a common trope that in like horror movies that like if it's like a supernatural horror movie, people are naturally inclined to want to figure out what happened, but sometimes you just have to leave it well enough alone unless it's too late. And if it's too late, you either you figure it out and you are the final girl, quote unquote, or the curse dies with you. 2 ancient copies of the Quran. When I see them, I feel bad that I'm not really practicing, especially now.
No.
No. Hey. Let's, No.
What's going on here?
Oh, that scared the crap out of me.
Oh my god.
I always talk about it because I watch a lot of horror movies, but like, I'll never understand how they think anyone would work anything out from this messy bunch of scribbles. Like, nah, I've always been amazed by the Lacan and his son, Laocoon, and his sons. It lends an air of prestige to the department. Right? So much, man. That's fucking funny. I'm also that type of person, but like, I'm also, you know, like the kind of person to be like, no, if it's going to happen, it's just going to happen to me. Because again, I understand natural curiosity, but I would try to cover my tracks during this investigation so hard that like if it happens, my death is just unsolved. That's okay. I'm okay with that. But no one will find out what happened to me. I'll make sure of it. Oh. Oh, I have to be entirely sure of where I'm going. Ah! Okay. Fun. Huh. But I'm that type of person. Like, I have main character syndrome, so like, if I have to be able to protect everyone. If not, then what use am I? Not the healthiest mentality, but best of the university's founder. I like working in a place that's been here for hundreds of years. Why? The trapdoor for the stepladders is latched from the other side. Okay. But like, you know, in The Grudge, or yeah, like in The Grudge and you know, The Ring and stuff like that, like everybody was trying, you know, like they couldn't leave well enough alone. I'm not that person. If something happened and like it was like even the smallest hint of like mystery and supernatural stuff, I'm like, no, we're good. Like, okay. In which Aten was typically depicted as a sun disk emanating a radial series of arms ending in hands. Each hand held an ankh, a symbol of life, and collected offerings. Although no anthropomorphic images, otherwise common in Egyptian mythology, have been preserved, some of these sun disk depictions have been. As part of his religious resolution, not only did Akhenaten get rid of all such humanoid depictions, he also created, according to many Egyptologists, the first monotheistic religion. He named the pharaoh as the god's sole representative on earth, thus disbanding and discrediting the priesthood. I would make it to the end. That's what I mean. Like, you either make it to the end or it ends with you. That's my mentality if I was in like a supernatural horror kind of situation. I'm making it to the end, or the curse ends with me, and no one will ever thing it. Although all these changes could be explained as a consequence of the turbulent political situation of that time, the truth is that there are gaps in this understanding which scholars have not overlooked. For instance, no one knows why Akhenaten suddenly decided to transform the way temples had been until then. Closed, dark, where the concealment of the divine was paramount. You need a psychic. Into expansive, open-air temples where good lighting was the most important thing. There are also strange depictions where a tent is replaced, or perhaps opposed by a dark, anthropomorphic figure also emanating a radial series of arms, but in whose hands the Ankh does not appear. I like that mentality. Sometimes these radial elements or arms do not have hands and have an ending. What? Ending what? Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm slightly piecing things together. I understand. Oh, of course I can't get through there. Of course. Hello, that painting looks like that dude on the painting looks like Oscar Isaac a little. No. Nope. Turn around. Turn around. We're smarter than that. Portrait of Ivan the Terrible when he was young. It's not very well known. Grace didn't believe it was really him. Where's the broken surveillance cam? I'm like the trap. I can't break it down. Oh, I guess I have to like find my way through by myself. Okay, let's check the cameras again. Okay, so 1. Okay, so right, left, up. I hate that. The screeching and like the undulating people, it's not great. Hang on. Oh. Hang on, sorry. Number 2? Yeah, I hate this. Number 2. Tilt to the left. There's a ladder I have to climb. Cross to the side. Okay. Okay, so wish me luck, guys. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Okay. Oh, I have to go through the other side? Okay. Okay. It's just TikTok. My phone just went off, and it scared me. Down the stairs. Okay, so. Hold on. I don't trust that. Okay, so over here. Okay. Holy shit. Fix the camera.
Okay. I should go back to the monitors.
Let's see what's over here first. Nothing? Nothing here either. No. Okay. Can I just lower the ladder? Ah, nice.
Damn.
Smart.
That's not going to be easy to move again.
Oh, wait. Take a while. take a look. It's in a book. A reading rainbow. A horror rainbow. Gross. Oh, even better. Okay. Let's see. Okay, fun. All right, let's do our best, guys. Stop. Don't run. The presence can find you if you run. I keep forgetting. Nope. Ow, my leg. Okay, so... I don't trust it. Okay. Straight down. I'm pretty sure. And then middle.
That has to be Sebastian's desk. I'm close.
Natura Tenebrosa. Edgar Odell and William Lasky. An old volume that tells the story of the investigations carried out by Legrand and his companions.
Sinister nature. Interesting. Damn it.
Okay, Ooh, okay.
There was another book about Argos Legrand in the library.
Nice.
A compilation of research trips written by two of his associates in the early 1900s. Sinister Nature was a kind of narration of Legrand's frustrated trips in search of paranormal phenomena, with one of the last pages
Why would you do that?
marked by Husher, the cursed concert, St. Cecilia's Abbey.
Cursed
St. Cecilia, the patron saint of music. I'm not sure what Husher wanted when he set out in Legrand's footsteps, or how long he planned on doing it. But it was a start. The best place to start looking, before it gets too late.
Okay. The day before. So we're hot on his trail. Hot on his trail. Sebastian P. Husher. Light source, lighter. An eccentric character with traditional taste, Husher is a prolific writer of historical fiction who combines literary creation with a professorship at the State University of Arts and Humanities. He's used to traveling all over the world, investigating little-known events that provide the inspiration for his future works. However, his most recent journey has turned out to be very different from the rest. And it's the only one I can pick.
Isaac, my dear friend, you don't know what you've done with that cursed music box. By the time you tried to warn me, we had all heard the music. Now I find myself trapped in a tragic race against time.
Oh, great.
I had a hunch. I thought that perhaps by returning the box to you... Damn it, I've been such a fool. I lied, Isaac. I'm sorry. I just need you to hold on while I find a way to make things right. I left the house without telling Catherine. How could I possibly explain something like this? I thought she'd never believe me, and I was wrong. But now it's too late. I only hope you're all safe, and that you will find a way to forgive me.
Oh, damn, dude, you condemned your wife and your friends.
And for all. For my family, for you, and for my own sake. Argos Legrand. Everything revolves around that name. He was the person who had the box crafted and picked out the melody. I know he died in 1913. Newspapers of the day reported a violent burglary in his home. Everyone died, save for Ariadne, who was just a baby at the time.
Whoa.
The case was closed, but something just doesn't add up. The police investigation was far too short-lived, and the bodies were not buried, but incinerated.
What?
I believe they were trying to hide the truth. I discovered that the book, Natura Tenebrosa, was written by two of Legrand's collaborators. The same two who followed him across Europe, researching all matter of ridiculous legends, all equally far-fetched.
What?
The last case in the book speaks of Legrand's last journey, on which he embarked just before making the music box. I've followed in his footsteps for weeks now, visiting every place, following every lead about that melody. Alas,
I heard wind outside.
The last leg of his journey.
It obviously didn't show up.
North.
But there was wind outside and it freaked me out. I
myself
thought something was moving in my apartment.
Of St. Cecilia's Abbey, now covered in snow. Here, in 1912, the annual concert in honor of the patron saint of music was held. Legrand was not there at the time, but he came to investigate soon after. Every single person who attended that concert died or disappeared in mysterious circumstances.
What?
And the Abbey has been abandoned ever since.
What the
The connection is clear. I know there must be something here, a clue I can pursue.
That rhymes.
If not, I don't dare think about the future. I can barely distinguish what's real from what's not.
I know.
Something is
I'm sorry.
watching me, following me, drawing closer and closer by the day. The melody still haunts me. Its notes echo constantly in my head. With each passing minute, they sound more ghastly and foreign. I see darkness all around me, and shadows lurking in the corners.
Okay.
I see my world merging with something else. I see another place.
Another place.
I feel its It's here, with me.
Okay. Is this the end? Why would you ask that? Why? Is this the end? Fuck out of here. You wish you were in this? I mean, the mystery is cool, but like... End of the road.
Time to move. I have to find it.
This has been the shortest game ever. The drip has been filled up, with base, and there's all kinds of filth washed down from the roof. Okay, the stairs must have collapsed ages ago. I need to find another way to get up to the balcony. Okay, hold on. Ancient amphorae, like the ones Catherine put in the garden. I wonder if she and the kids miss me. Bro, they're dead. Air is buzzing with flies and a sickly stench. Fish poop. Stop. The plumbing seems extremely complicated for just a few toilets. I would have whoever was following me until whatever it looked back while I was running from yelling, "Quit playing!" Okay. Oh wait. Hang on. You gonna get this work? Should I try to grab whatever's blocking the toilet? Yeah. Ew. 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 Eh. Huh. Disgusting. What is it? Fountain pen. Hit. Interact. I don't think I'll need anything so disgusting. Oh! Stop it. Oh, okay. Huh, maybe there's something else in the other room. Reach the end. Okay. Had a flick through these books before, but there wasn't anything useful. They've almost fallen apart with the the exposure to the elements and the damp in this place. Okay. Oh. A hoe, a tool for tilling the fields. Okay. Okay. No, none of this. Not this. Oh, I hate this. How is this so well maintained for something that's been abandoned for almost 100 years? That's a whole... It's a whole thing that I don't want to have to deal with. Nope. No. Okay. The outer pane of glass is broken. Ah! Stop it! There's a corridor behind the wall. It seems that someone has tried to get in or out of there. No. Oh, wait! I've been here! This was in the first part. A version of this was in the first part. Alchemist. In the first part of this, when we were saving Daniel, the other guy, there was a hallucination part where I was in this place. We were here before. Most of these natural remedies expired before I was even born. Yeah, no shit, man. You're only like half a century old. Some of these pharmaceutical books must be real gems, but they're no help to me right now. From what I can make through the folds, these remains have been here for decades. We're just gonna let that go. Listen. Stop it. The books are beginning to fall apart, and the jars of chemicals look like they've been festering for years. Dirty dishes just left there. I wonder how long they've been here. This thing's still on. Who's been here? Somebody's here. This bookcase doesn't seem to be fixed like the others in the corners are worn down. A few utensils on the table. Plants still growing on these cans. Oh! Okay. Okay. Oh, a lever. What's this? It looks like a spring from some sort of hydraulic system. Uh-oh. think that spring... Enough water has to get to it. Okay. I guess that's what the toilet part was for. Oh man, I totally didn't even check if there was a listening mechanic. Ooh, I could have died there. Ooh, I could have died there. Map not available. Fun. No. Hey, let's not do the heartbeat thing. We are good. Make it Damn, the door must have closed before the room. There's a small crack. Oh, the hoe! Take that, hoe! Sorry.
I'm glad I did this.
Oh, him. He did it. You were responsible for this. What a relief it is to light the brazier. Uh-oh. 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 Now the water's running. Piping has been dripping for days, months, years. Some old and wretched clay vessels. Wooden table is rotten from the damp in this room. This looks like about to fall to pieces. An old set of bellows. I don't think I can use it for anything right now. You can use it as a defense thing. Blow some really hard air at someone. Okay. Made sure that there was no thing. Okay, let's see. Nice. Ah, it's like clipping in. It's clipping in and out of the other textures. Come on. I want to feel immersed. That's not kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't want to be immersed. This is too scary. I fell. Surface of the table. Bitch, it's a hiding spot. It's still snowing. I hope it stops sooner. Getting out of here will be even more difficult than it was to get in. Okay, but like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, they didn't have like I guess they had wood flooring, but not like parquet flooring in the early 20th century, right? Unless I'm being ignorant. No! I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. No. No. See, again, this is like one of those things where I'd be like, we're just gonna leave well enough alone. I don't trust it. Oh, and there's a dead body here. Notes written by Father Malachias, prior of the St. Cecilia's Abbey, about the monk's behavior. Some days ago now, I observed the brothers performing a strange ritual. They took turns to sit in front of a mirror and, facing it, lit the lamp and then put it out. This shall remain as written testimony of everything that has been discovered and that has been passed on to me, as it may prove valuable to whomsoever finds it. Sitting in front of the mirror, they observe their own reflection and everything behind them. They then proceed to put the lamp out or dim the flame to the point that the eyes, blinded by the previous glow, no longer see. Thereupon, they light it once more and again, observe their reflections and everything behind them, repeating the process several times. And sometimes, God help us, the reflection shown in the mirror isn't what it should be. I can't begin to describe the horrors that appear. The mere act of committing them to paper is an insult to our Lord. What I can say is that the more frequently these horrors appear, the closer they are, and the less time we have until they're no longer in the reflection. Yeah, no. Ah! Ew, ew, ew!
I hope it can't get it open.
Okay. Oh, there's dead bodies. This is the place. This is the place we were in. The mirror is broken, but you can still see parts of the room reflected in the shards, like a bizarre mosaic. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate this. Oh, wait. No, okay. I almost pressed X there. The scribblings of desperate monks. Desperate like me. No. Door is jammed. Okay. Oh, how awful. Why are there so many bodies piled up there? Okay. Oh. The wall has been furiously covered in crosses. I understand the desperation leads to that better than I'd like. Oh, I hate it. Somebody's made sure no one can get into the cell or out of it. Ah, I hate it. Oh.
If this works, let's see how much I have left.
Okay. Oh no. There's a jump scare. There's a jump scare. Now, No. I hate it. Okay. Alright. Oh, come on. Bitch. Okay. Huh. I hope you've been enjoying this. I'm actually going to piss myself, so we're gonna finish this. Oh, well. Oh, right on time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Uh, we'll be back probably Wednesday. No, Wednesday I have to work on some stuff. I'll probably be back on Thursday with the next episode. Play through the next episode of this. If you liked hanging out with us, think about hitting that follow button. We're trying to. The goal is to make it to affiliate by spring. Realistic goals, but if you liked it, hit follow, join the bakery, hang out with me. I hope that you enjoyed me being terrified. You know, I say it all the time. I watch YouTube channels of like people playing video games and getting scared, and I'm scared. So I know how that feels, and I know it's entertaining. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. But again, I hope you enjoyed the stream. We're back and talking Asian was it's true. We'll be back on Thursday with another spooky stream. I'm debating whether or not I want to bring back Baker's Cursed Baking Corner on Sundays. Debating again. I feel like I've gotten past the point of like feeling bad about that whole thing. Anyways, again, if you liked it, think about hitting that follow button, and we'll see you next time. But until next time, stay sweet, stay safe. Oh wait, sorry. Special shout out to everybody who came by to say hi. Codex Tech, I hate you so much, man. Genie by SNSD underscore MP3. All the people that decided that they were going to watch and lurk. We're happy to have you guys. But in the meantime, until I see you guys again, stay sweet, stay safe. I love you all. And I'll see you again next time. Bye!